Hey, what's going on, guys? It is April 6th and it is still snowing in Utah, but that's not going to stop me from unboxing and riding the Gyroor CS1. Let's rip this thing open, see what it's all about. So I called it the Gyroor, but on the box it's printed Gyro, but I swear the company is Gyroor, but we'll see. Well, Gyroor is definitely putting the zip tie kids through school. They spared no expense on zip ties. Now you may remember, if you've been following this channel for a while, I've actually already unboxed their smaller version of this scooter. So this one actually has a more powerful motor. I think it has a bigger battery. We'll get into the specs later. And it's more for, I would say, adult riders as it is bigger. So we're gonna see how it performs. The one I unboxed earlier didn't quite support my weight, but it was definitely great for lighter riders. So before I start setting it up, the first thing I notice is that it comes with a few baskets. Now there is some grip tape here, so I think you could take this basket off and ride it as a scooter. And I believe that there's foot peg mounts that go in somewhere right here, so you're not like putting your feet in this basket. I assume that's what's in here, but plenty of carrying space. When they reached out to me, they asked if I could run some errands or try transporting my dog in this, and I told them that my dog is 75 pounds. Like, oh no, maybe just run some day-to-day errands. So that's what I'm gonna do. First, gotta get it set up. So we got our charger. We got some tools, shouldn't have to bust out any tools, and the user manual. And then this basket, you can see that it goes on the rear somehow. Let's get these handlebars set up so it doesn't just look like a pile of bikes. Oh, okay. Actually, I gotta bring you around to this side. So I remember this from last time. There's these arrows right here that you wanna make sure are lined up when you install the handlebar upright post to make sure everything is aligned. So my alignment's a little off. Let me tweak it. All right, we're looking pretty good. Use that as a shower cap. Let's get this seat mounted. And I don't know what my height is gonna be, but we'll keep it a little taller here. Let me make sure that's straight. The seat post doesn't have height markings like a lot of bike posts do. But look, I just saw these little springs underneath, so that helps. That seat's actually pretty beefy. So the pegs don't have left and right marked on them, but you can tell which side they go on by the way that they fold back. So that's the right side. This is the left side. And also, you have these bolts, they're just blank on the top. I don't know what that's called. So you mount them from the inside out because the hole is square. Then you throw in your nut on the other side, and that holds it in place when you're tightening it. This comes with all the tools that you need, but if you have a socket set, it would make this part slightly easier. All right, let's hit the other side, and we'll be in style. Not that y'all care about the weather in Utah, but look at this mess. Just kick these pegs out, and now we're riding in style. So let's take a look at this rear basket. It looks like you have to make a choice between keeping the fender on or throwing the basket on. Maybe the fender will come up through once you've installed it. It actually might. We'll take the fender off, throw the basket on, and see how that looks. Well, now that it's mounted, I don't think you could run a fender through it without some serious modifications. Great basket. If I had a choice, I'd probably leave the fender on the back and keep this basket off, especially if you plan on keeping that basket if you needed to make the choice between the two. But if you needed ultimate cargo capacity, then installing this basket is your thing. And then you could always lay something down here too to protect yourself from mud and water if you wanted to. But there we go. With this much carrying capacity, they should have called it the C130. Oh, that was a bad joke. With it all set up, let's take a look at the controls here. So you got a typical display screen there, and it looks like this might be our power button, taped off so it doesn't turn on in shipping. That does it for us. It's already in miles per hour. You got different mode selects, mode 1, mode 2, mode 3, and let's see, how would you turn on the lights? Because it does have a tail light. Let's see if those light up with the brakes. They do. Flash. And then you also have a little headlight right up here. Let's see, how do we turn that on? Probably just hold mode? No, I could read the instructions. Okay, so it's just a double tap of the M. Yep, we got our little light signal on there. And you got a nice little light up front. Let's throw this thing on a motorcycle stand and watch this bad girl accelerate. It's not very heavy, it's just got a little half twist throttle. There we go, mode 2. So it's going 15 miles an hour. Okay, so without any weight on it, it says it's going 18.6 miles an hour. This is a 550 watt motor, a 36 volt battery, and I think it's only 7.5 amp hours. So a nice little short commuter, you know, run down to the grocery store, run around town. Definitely not gonna be my crosstown commuter, but that's because I do weigh a little bit more. I think the capacity on this is 120 kilograms, which I'm under that, but all of the range tests and stuff were done with the assumption that somebody was 75 kilograms. It's got a nice little loud flicker bell there. But yeah, I mean, it looks good. I like the matte black. The other one I got was this cool matte orange finish, but you can never go wrong with matte black. But let's get this thing charged up and out for a test ride. So while the Gyroor C1S charges up, I want to take a minute and talk to you all about Hotto Tools. Hotto Tools has been a huge support of this channel since early on. You may have seen me feature the Air Pump, the Air Pump Pro, even the Air Pump Master. But since then, they have sent me their brushless, cordless 12 volt drill. And this thing is a beast in a small package. You may have seen it in my last video. It had so much torque that it spun out of my hands because I didn't really mess with the settings. But they sent me this drill along with several high quality tools in a toolkit, and I just want to shout them out. What's cool about Hotto Tools is they're now available at Target as well. So I'll be sure to link all of that in the description below. This kit that they sent me comes in around $199, but I'm a firm believer in you get what you pay for. With this Hotto Tools cordless drill, it has made working on my bike so much easier. In fact, I had to remove my brake rotors off my Super 73 in my last project. When I attempted it before, I actually stripped out the little screws, but this, I was able to set the torque and I did the project seamlessly. So, super impressed with this drill. This kit comes with drill bits, it comes with screwdrivers, and it even comes with additional tools like a crescent wrench, tape measure, handheld screw, and so much more. Again, that's Hotto Tools. They're available at Target, and they're also available online. And they're currently running a special, which I'll pop up the dates on the screen, and you can check them out. So thanks for sending me this kit, Hotto Tools. And now I'm going to use this drill to remove the basket off the Gyroor C1S. So now you can see what the Gyroor looks like without the basket. Your feet will just go right there, and it's just a typical sit-down scooter. But I like the basket, so I'll throw it back on. Also, while I wait for it to charge, let's air up the tires. They recommend 40 PSI, but check out these beefy treads. And of course, I'm going to use my Hotto Air Pump Pro. You just set your PSI, push the button, and you're inflating some tires. This one should go pretty quick. I love this little thing, and if you use my code SESSIONS73 at checkout, you get 5% off. All right, this is kind of a funny angle, but we're trying it out. I am on the Gyroor C1S with a 550 watt motor, 7.5 amp hour battery. It is 36 volts. And yeah, I'm on the flat. I'm going about 16 miles an hour. But I do got to run a little errand, so we're going to check that out. But I wanted to see how it does on the flat. With my weight, going 15 on flat. Of course, I'm going to go a lot faster downhill. These dual disc brakes actually feel pretty good. They're mechanical, they're not hydraulic, but for what you get, they feel pretty good. Riding stance with the pegs, that's a little new sensation. They don't really lock into place, so you can flip them back pretty easy while you're riding. Feels pretty sturdy. Has a little bit more power than the one that I reviewed just before Christmas time. So it actually feels like it governs out at around 18 miles an hour. It seems like I could almost go faster, but felt like the motor slowed down just a little bit. Not sure if there's a way to unlock this. 18 on flat, that feels pretty good, especially for this smaller scooter. So I'm going about 23 miles downhill. I got it up to 26, and it still felt pretty stable. So that's good for this thing. But if you are a lightweight rider, I think this would be perfect for you to get around. Checking the battery. Ooh, even those bumps didn't feel bad. But yeah, checking the battery, it's still full now. I probably haven't even gone a mile yet, maybe just over a mile. But for that smaller battery, it seems like it's holding up pretty well for me. I'm gonna run into the grocery store, get a few things, see how this does carrying some groceries. But it is still cold. It's like 40 something degrees. I waited a day to ride this thing in hopes that it would warm up a little bit. I didn't bring a lock for this thing, so hopefully it's still there when I get back. I'll be quick. Okay, I got the goods, heading home, heading up the hill. You know, here's my thing. This thing's awesome. It is carrying my groceries. I got 2 bags and a thing of sparkling water. And so it definitely has a storage capacity, but on a 550 watt motor with my weight, it's not gonna get me up this hill to my house like I had hoped it had. But the thing is, I mean, you just have to deal with limitations. I knew going into this that this isn't the most high-powered personal electric vehicle, so I didn't have much expectations, but I'm not gonna ding this bike or this scooter for that, because, I mean, after riding these for a while, I know what they can handle, and I assume that this one might struggle. I did just have to like kick pump there for a little bit, but it's fine. No big deal. I'm making it home, and it still beats walking. But yeah, the Gyroor C1S is doing what it was built to do, and that's to haul stuff and be a budget solution. So the C1S comes in right around $700, but I think it's on sale right now for less than $400. So be sure to check out their site to check on that price. That's a pretty good deal if you ask me. So here it is, the Gyroor C1S. I think it's a pretty impressive little scooter, especially if you're in that weight limit range. It did struggle for me getting up hills, but to be honest, that was to be expected for someone my size. So if you are a lighter rider or live in kind of a flat urban area, I think that this would be just fine for you. Range wise, I went about 2 miles and the battery went down 1 tick on the 5 tick meter. So, you know, within 10 miles, I bet that's what you could expect this range to be on this thing. I just want to give a shout out to Gyroor for sending this over, letting me check it out and give it a review. I think you guys did a pretty good job on this thing, especially at that price point for currently under $400. That's kind of crazy with the, you know, dual disc brakes, working headlight, tail light, 3 different modes, 12-inch tires, a 550 watt motor. Pretty impressive. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. If you did, you know what to do. Hit that like button and comment down below if you had one of these. What would you haul around in it? And of course, while you're down there, hit that subscribe button. Have a great rest of your day.